on the performance of City Manager Bill Rawlings every time his rating was poor. Several of us have spoken to council members about our concerns as employees. This year, I have come up here 3 or 4 times, hoping that you hear our concerns about what's going on behind the scenes. The employees have been trying to warn the city about what's going on. They reported severe allegations, ranging from election fraud, harassment, discrimination, and the overall sense that the city manager is trying to run the city like a mob boss. Instead, to our disbelief, the council has not investigated any allegations and voted to make changes to the city's discrimination and harassment policy that make reporting allegations about the city manager even more difficult. And so here we are now. My union is stirred up and energized against the city manager. The managers are in an uproar and have been galvanized after one of their own was fired in retaliation for union organizing. Residents and businesses are talking about recall elections. Soon there may even be a criminal investigation from the county and even a couple of lawsuits. Bill Rawlings is not good for the city. Later, the managers are going to speak. But they know about this action that my union has taken and have told me that they support it. Recently, AFSCME 1520 voted no confidence in the city manager. Before I read this statement, consider what this means. My union voted unanimously for this, and I was informed that the majority of at-will managers support this vote as well. That means that every person employed by the city, except for maybe 3 or 4 individuals, support this statement. We, the employees, represented by Local 1520 of the American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees, take the position that Bill Rawlings is unfit to the office of City Manager for the following reasons: bullying and retaliatory behavior towards employees, hostile attitude and retaliation towards employees unionizing, including the firing of the HR manager, failure to investigate harassment complaints and violation of the law, failure to follow state law by not providing information requested by the union, refusal to bargain changes in city policies, overall inaccessibility and a rare presence in the city, especially during the pandemic, lack of integrity, general incompetence, delayed actions, poor management, gaslighting, placing unqualified personnel in high positions, and questionable handling of public funds, causing one of the highest turnover rates of any city among both represented and formerly unrepresented employees. Therefore, as of the 23rd of September 2021, the employees of AFSCME Local 1520 have unanimously voted that we have no confidence in City Manager Bill Rawlings. Thank you.
Thank you.
Actions and behaviors displayed by the city manager that run counter to ICMA's Code of Ethics that we have observed over our time working for the city of Artesia. Among them are: 1, the city manager has presented information to the city council during city council meetings that has raised concerns from staff about transparency and truthfulness. For instance, he has submitted budgets to the city council that do not compare the budget to actual expenditures. 2, he has intimidated, berated, and belittled employees. Also, while employees were required to report to City Hall and follow public health guidelines during the unprecedented and challenging pandemic, we were without the city manager's presence on site for leadership and support for 12 months until there was public outcry. To this date, he has not convened a collective management meeting, either in person or virtually, for over 18 months. And 3, he has taken actions that have damaged the city's reputation with regional agencies that control important funding sources for the city, and directed staff to undertake actions against the advice of senior staff members, the city attorney, expert consultants, and community members, which has resulted in poor outcomes. In response to the city manager's failure to adhere to the principles of the council manager form of government and ICMA's Code of Ethics, the majority of the at-will management employees have organized for union representation to address these gross failures and to uphold the democratic values of good local government. Lastly, the city manager has not met his responsibility as the employee relations officer for the city as outlined in resolution number 1283, which governs the ability of employees of the city to petition for union representation. Also, he has taken other actions and exhibited patterns of behavior that have led to our consensus that he is no longer fit to lead the city's employees and to serve the council per the Code of Ethics. For these reasons, we are providing our signed interest cards and petitions directly to the mayor at this meeting to assist us in completing our process. We are asking for the city council's help by stepping in and filling the role that the city manager has refused to fulfill. We are including a letter signed by the majority of the at-will management employees that further details our concerns. Thank you for your time and consideration. I am providing copies of my comments to each member of the council and to the city clerk.
Thank you very much for the comments. I wanted to ask one quick question to make sure I had the numbers correct. You made a reference tonight, I believe item number 4, that the management team has not met in a year. How many months?
18 months. I'll bring you my comments.
Okay, so it's 18 months that the management team has not met.
Correct.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.